the Lexus Sports Extra with Josh Moser, Mike DePasquale, Donovan Campbell, and Drew Rosenhaus.
Hi, everybody. Here is your live look at Hard Rock Stadium. Disappointed Dolphins fans are filing out of the building. It is a 21-14 win by the Bills. Buffalo clinches their fourth consecutive AFC East divisional title. We welcome you inside the tunnel, and this just heartbreaking for the Dolphins. It looked like Miami had a chance. Christian Wilkins with a huge play with the sack, the forced fumble, and fumble recovery at the end of the third quarter. But in the fourth quarter, it was the Bills taking this one. And as we've seen, Tua cannot come up with the big play at the end of the game, an interception to end it, and that also ended their chances at their first AFC East crown in 15 years. And with that, we want to bring in our insider. He is the one and only Drew Rosenhaus. Thank you for the time, as always. The energy just wasn't there in this one, and heartbreaking might be the best word to describe this after the season the team's had.
You know, this team was really hit hard by injuries. Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, Connor Williams out for the year. No Xavier Howard, no Jalen Waddle, no Raheem Moser. You're talking about many of the best guys on the team, and it impacted them tonight. Then they lose Andrew Van Ginkel to a foot injury, and the team's just decimated. This is not the team that was playing their best football a month ago. It's been racked by injuries.
Fans at home are seeing Andrew unfortunately getting hurt. You just told me x-rays are negative. What's the next step for him?
They're looking at a foot injury. He's going to get an MRI. We'll hope for the best. Obviously, he's a guy they'll need desperately if they're going to have a legitimate chance against the Chiefs next week. But obviously, this team is reeling with injuries. Hopefully, they get Waddle back next week, Moser back next week, and put forth a good effort against the Chiefs. Good thing about the playoffs, everybody's 0-0 as of right now. Dolphins won 11 games this year. Going into the season, I think everybody here in South Florida would have taken that happily.
Tyreek will get his game in Kansas City that we know that he wanted. A little bit of history for him. You represent him as well. Of course, orchestrating the trade from Kansas City. He's the NFL's leading receiver this year. He's the first Dolphins player ever to do that. How special is he? And he even missed a game.
Tyreek has fought through an ankle injury that's really bothered him for the last 3 weeks and has been a warrior fighting through that and a horrible tragedy, in his personal life relative to his home catching on fire and being displaced in the middle of the week in a huge game. Credit to him and this whole team. They battled through adversity. They had a fine season. They played against a juggernaut right now. The Bills have been unbeatable in the last couple of weeks. They've demolished everybody that they've played for the most part. They've been really tough to beat. Josh Allen is playing like the beast, the Madden cover guy for a reason, and he was amazing tonight. So at least the Dolphins really made it a competitive game. It came down to the last drive, quite frankly. Wasn't a blowout, and they're going to have to play even better to have a shot on the road. They need to hope for good weather.
It's not looking good right now. 5 degrees is the expected temperature. Snow's also in the forecast. Drew, we're going to ask you to hang here for one more minute. We're going to send this one inside the studio to Donovan to take us through this, and D. Fins fans hurting right now.